Here we go with the second half of our doubleheader live on ABC 27. It's the Mid-Penn Boys Championships. Harrisburg, Susquehanna Township live here on ABC 27. Welcome back. Greg Mace together with Charlie Fortney. We are joined with a contributor to many of our high school sports live games this year, longtime mid-state coach for the Trinity Girls, Mechanicsburg, Susquehanna. Jeff Thompson is joining us here courtside for our pregame show. We've had a chance to watch Harrisburg a lot this year. They've been very impressive. We're going to take a look at a couple of clips here of Cooksley Easter and Shaquan Shepard. But I've been very impressed, as have you, Jeff, with the team effort from Harrisburg this year.
We're going to talk about them. You have to go right down the lineup because they're very unselfish and they play really hard and they're very aggressive.
It's also, it's really struck me a lot of times, you know, Harrisburg, you say they're up and down as playground basketball, but I think Perkins really had them very disciplined this year.
They play some defense, and when a team plays defense, they're always in a game. They play so hard, and they contest every pass.
Now, if you look at the premier teams in this area and you go, which of the teams we love to watch, Harrisburg and Susquehanna Township among those two teams. I want to take a look at some of the Susquehanna Township footage from their victory in the semifinal games. The jam from Page gave Mack the basket. They've been impressive as well.
Well, on the other night, you saw the potential they have. The only thing, these teams match up very well, and I think Page is a deciding player tonight. If he has a big game, Susquehanna has a chance. Okay, because Susquehanna hasn't been as many dogfights as Harrisburg, and I think there's a 10 to 15 point advantage for Harrisburg coming in just because of the dogfights. Susquehanna's going to have to narrow that gap just with having some big games. That's my thoughts.
Well, it's obviously a game for bragging rights for the two divisions, and I think Township will rise to the occasion, but Harrisburg is very aggressive. So it'll be very interesting to see how that plays out.
Well, the Keystone won the last one. The Commonwealth wants to try to have the bragging rights on this one.
Well, of course, last year there was a very memorable moment, and let's kind of jog your memory. It was a year ago that Devin Thomas broke the backboard in the Mid-Penn Championships over at Cumberland Valley. The game got delayed by a day because they had to put up a new backboard. It got Devin Thomas, who is now at Wake Forest, some national recognition. It was the #1 play on SportsCenter on ESPN that night. That was a very memorable night at Cumberland Valley.
I still remember that. I still got a cut in my hand because of that. A piece of glass flying off the court.
Well, it put the athletic director, Mike Craig, in a tough situation, but he made the right call, moving it to the next night, I thought.
Yeah, very good.
Well, your Mechanicsburg is where they got the basket from, right? You've had some experience over at Mechanicsburg, and that's where they pulled the basket from.
They called over and got another backboard.
Yeah, and they did. It was a fun moment for this area. I don't know if people certainly don't want to see that again tonight. We'll see what happens. Jeff, as always, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Jeff Thompson, longtime mid-state coach. When we come back, the opening tip: Harrisburg, Susquehanna Township, coming up next here on ABC 27.
You don't think about physical therapy until you need it. When you do, see your doctor and ask for First Choice Rehabilitation Specialists and Select Physical Therapy. First Choice and Select PT lead the way in providing exceptional patient care and unmatched customer service. Call 717-558-4333 today to schedule an appointment at one of 15 locations throughout Greater Harrisburg. First Choice and Select Physical Therapy, the power of physical therapy.
United Concordia Dental has been insuring Central Pennsylvania for over 40 years. Whether you're looking for group, family, or individual coverage, United Concordia has the right plan to fit your specific needs. United Concordia also prides itself on its commitment to the community through its efforts to arrange free dental services for the underserved and its charitable contributions throughout the area. United Concordia not only takes care of your smile, we give you something to smile about.
For generations, Caterpillar has delivered innovative products that help customers build strong, profitable businesses. And for more than 60 years, Cleveland Brothers Equipment Company has been Pennsylvania's source for first-class Caterpillar equipment, service, parts, and rentals. With 26 locations across Pennsylvania, we've grown right alongside our customers, delivering on our commitment to provide a superior experience and maximum value. Cleveland Brothers Equipment Company, helping Pennsylvania prosper since 1948.
This new diet half and half's awesome.
Best part's lemonade. Best part's a tea. Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade!
So which half is your favorite?
And they're blended so perfectly, who cares? Tasty tea, tangy lemonade, 10 calories. Snapple diet, half and half. Made from the best stuff on earth.
Well, here we go with a boys game. Greg Mays, Charlie Fortin, and Todd McCall from Milton Hershey School as we get set for the championship game of the Mid-Penn Conference. Tournament started back in 2005. Vividly remember the year it got snowed out in 2007. Harrisburg coming in at 21-2. Soundly beat Gettysburg 102-65 to get to the finals. This is the 4th time they have reached the finals, unbeaten in league play. They are the #1 seed in Quad A in the districts. Susquehanna Township, the #1 seed in AAA, and should be a good racehorse basketball game. This place is packed again tonight.
You know, the biggest thing that is Harrisburg's advantage tonight is they're more deliberate in what they do. They get not only second and third shots, they get 4th and 5th shots. These guys get beat up in practice, you know, and nothing. Hats off the Coach Rogers team, but they haven't been in the Commonwealth battles where teams play at a pace. Smallwood's teams have been against McCaskey, York. They've been out of the area. The battle testedness, you know, Susquehanna hasn't had quite that, so it's going to be interesting to see how Susquehanna handles that pressure. And I think the guy right here, Jonas Page, has to have 30 points, has to be such a focal point and have his game of his season to give Susquehanna Township some sort of take the pressure off him so the rest of the players can expand the game. And I think if he does that, it's possible. It's going to have to be a team effort. Harrisburg has been putting up over 100 points in a number of these games.
Pope, Nehemiah, and Gabe Mack are the starters, along with Joe Marshall and Jonas Page. Ashton Cooksey, Easter. Jamal Carter is #1. There's Jihad Proctor. Shaquan Shepard.
Shepard, a former Susquehanna kid. Naturally, that kind of happens a couple of different ways. Players, families move, they make different choices of schools and things like that. And it kind of, you know, Jihad Proctor was at Susquehanna last year, Shaquan Shepard. You know, I think players tend to take turns being at different schools, it seems like, anymore. But the bottom line is, throw all that out the window tonight. These coaches have a lot of respect for each other. We're going to see 2 similar styles tonight, I think. Unless Coach Rogers comes out and tries to go zone. But I think the fans, I think the girls' game says, hey, let's see another track meet with, we got 10 athletes on the floor, let's take advantage of it.
Harrisburg coached by Kirk Smallwood, their longtime coach. Athletic director Vince Rogers is the Susquehanna Township coach. And this is a big, loud crowd and a lot of student enthusiasm on the Susquehanna Township side. Here we go with a Mid-Penn Conference Championship. Susquehanna Township, Harrisburg, opening tip, won by the Indians.
Joe Marshall wins the sophomore. Smallwood doesn't like that because early on the referees are making a statement that they want this to be a clean, tight game. You don't want that early in the game. You don't want your players to have to start having to play sensitive, and they won't, don't get me wrong, but it's going to be interesting to see how the refs handle this.
Cooksley Easter, first 2 points in the game. Whistle, foul. Todd, if you can hear me, I got a question. Do you remember the last time these 2 teams played? I think it's been a while.
It has been a long time. No time in my tenure, or Emery Cook's tenure, when I was with him, did we play each other. Summer League, and you know Smallwood Summer League, it would look like this when we played each other.
Yeah, one source told me, I'll tell you who it is, our reporter Mark Hall, who played at Susquehanna Township, said he thinks they haven't played since 1979.
We need more games like this, Greg. More games like this.
Jonas Page needs to take that ball to the rack. It's not a night where Jonas Page needs to pass the ball. He needs to keep that ball and be a little bit selfish and draw attention to himself tonight.
Those 4 points belong to the Cougars. What great tenacious defense. Look at Harrisburg coming out, pressing.
You can't practice this quickness.
Proctor.
Page is going to have to take some shots to get him to respect him because he's one of the best shooters in the area.
But Gabe Mack wouldn't go. Quick rebound, Joe Marshall.
Joe Marshall, sophomore standout. Don't get any better than Joe Marshall as a sophomore.
He got the rebound. There's Page. Proctor.
You know, Todd, Joe, and Greg, Joe Proctor's, John Proctor's a son of Coach Joe Proctor. Fundamentally sound coach. You see it in his play. Fundamentally sound player.
Marshall's got the first 4 for Township.
Wow, Joe Marshall coming out, pumping his fist. This is what Susquehanna needs, is a little bit of emotion.
Yes, and it counts for Chris Britton.
One of the things you're not going to be able to do is leave your feet on Chris Britton. He's too strong, he's physical, and now right there he shows you leave your feet, you draw the foul, and he scores it.
Well, he's left-handed. It's odd. It's awkward. Between Shepard and Britton, there's 2 quality back-to-the-back post players. Here's Harrisburg already doing the wholesale sub situation. Terrell Patterson. They have a guy like Patterson coming off the bench.
What an opening 2-14. This is not the NBA. These are the 2 premier teams in our area. 2 of the premier teams as you look at Vince Rogers, the Susquehanna Township coach. Chris Britton goes to the line. 6'3" senior.
You know, Britton gets taken out. Harrisburg just got quicker.
I want to talk a little bit about the Harrisburg press and one of the things you're going to have to do against it. You're going to have to let a point guard take the ball out. He throws the first trap, you're going to have to sprint him down the middle to beat this press. It's hard to dribble up against. They look like they have 7 guys on the floor.
Big block. Cougars run.
Stoney.
Use your timeout maybe right now. The pace is too fast.
They will. 5:24 left, first quarter. 11-4 Harrisburg out of the gates.
Look how quick Shepard is.
Register now for Advanced Hoops Premier AAU tryouts.
This Sunday the 17th, we're trying out 5th through 8th grade boys.
Next Sunday the 24th, 6th through 9th grade girls.
We're proud to offer elite level and competitive team opportunities. On March 3rd is the Boys and Girls High School National Showcase tryouts. It is the 3rd year in a row we're taking top boys teams to Las Vegas for the Adidas Super 64.
To get your spot, go to advancedhoops.com.
The crowd is in a frenzy for great basketball. Jam-packed here at the Spartan Center. Milton Hershey School, Greg Mace, Charlie Fortney, Todd McCall. High school sports live on ABC 27.
Coach Todd, you teach at Susquehanna School District. Some of these kids live 2 doors away, and one's in the Harrisburg School District, one's in the Susquehanna. This is border bragging rights. What do you see on the baseline?
Well, it's a border war. Hey, really, to give credit to both teams, neither one of them are talking. They're just playing right now. So I give a lot of credit to both coaching staff.
Susquehanna Township, second-ranked AAA team in the state. They're going to lose the basketball. Nice save by Mack. And inside for 2, Hope.
That's a big basket for Pope to give him some confidence. Susquehanna trying to slow things down with the 3-2. Shepard gets pushed. That's not a guy you push around.
Bob Parambo. Ron Kennard and Tim Hughes are our officials.
Well, we got 3 fouls in 3 minutes. Stoney.
Back to Township.
We talked about the pace. One of the things I'd like to say is I don't know that Susquehanna needs to get caught up in this pace. They can walk it up if they beat the press.
It's kind of hard to walk it up when you got that kind of pressure on you.
Turner got pushed. Look at this crowd.
Tell you what, this is not a game for boys, ladies and gentlemen. You grow up quick if you showed up here and not ready to play.
When I talk about walking it up, I'm clearly defining once you break that press, you don't have to get in a hurry to try to score something real quick. Get into a set.
So, Page is on the bench right now.
Shepard. Harrisburg lead 7.
I agree, Todd.
Well, they're looking at each other. That's going to go back to Harrisburg.
The referees worked really well together on that one. They made sure they got it right. Who knows if they got it right? I don't know if we have a replay, but bottom line is they're working really good in this at-mat. That's where a 3-man crew comes in handy.
Shepard got the rebound. He's right there again, and he's got 6.
Page will come back in, and he needs to. Somebody's got to get it going for Susquehanna. This is where Susquehanna, like you said, Todd's got to pull it out, be smart, and not feel like they got to press on offense.
Cooksey Easter, and it's a jump ball. Oh, Harrisburg will get it back.
Well, a little bit of right back at you on Susquehanna Township, but here's the thing. When a team presses, they want you to press on offense. That's why it's called a press, you know. But it's important to settle down when you break the press, and that really takes the air out of a good press, is when teams can be confident in the press and be patient.
And you know what else takes air out of the press? When you
offensive foul.
That's a good call.
When you stop a team on defense, they can't pressure you.
Shaquan Shepard got his money's worth there. So did Harrisburg High out of his minute. Boy, he came to play the first quarter.
He's got an early 6 points, and he is just a man inside.
First turnover for Harrisburg.
You think Jeff Morrow's rethinking his idea of whether we should have the Mid-Penn tournament and all the coaches at home? But nonetheless, it was a very good perspective, very good article, and definitely valid points. And
Nehemiah Mack, wide open.
That's a great play by Mack to get some confidence. He wasn't going to be bogarted on the defense.
Answering right back. Cooksey Easter.
Only a freshman, Mack, playing in a high-level game like this. 2 Macks on the court. Patterson. Here's Page.
And we got another jump.
This is a fight. This is a fight that Susquehanna has not been in yet. This is a win-win situation because they can take this in the district playoffs, and they're not going to see anything like this in AAA. Not a thing, but Coach Rogers doesn't want moral victories tonight. He'd like to win this game.
Marshall tried to get through traffic, and Page got the roll, a block, the whistle before Dom Lewis went up and did that.
It's a chance for Jonas Page to get comfortable, get a couple foul shots, get in a flow, because his eyes are adjusting to the light of the speed here right now.
I think what he's going to need to do is when he gets the ball, he's going to have to keep it up strong, and he might have to look attacking the baseline, not the middle of the court. But more importantly, just Charlie running him off a screen. Let him get an opportunity to breathe in the flow. He's a set shooter, you know it. He comes off those screens when he gets his shoulder square. That's what needs to be done for 34.
Well, when you have a player that can draw attention like that, it takes pressure off the rest of the team.
Nice move by Aston Cooksey Easter.
Wow, guys like this just for Harrisburg at their disposal. They're going 13 deep here.
Pressuring in a fast-paced first quarter. Marshall has it blocked by Lewis.
That's a smart play. It's a smart play, and I'm going to tell you why. When you save a ball, they teach you that at basketball camp. You save a ball, you don't save it toward the opposing team's basket. You throw it to your basket. That way, if your team doesn't get it, then you can set up on defense. That's a well-coached ball club right there, Coach Smallwood's team, because you don't do that by accident.
Jordan Milbury now into the game.
This is the guy that will thrive in this atmosphere, Jordan Milbury. This is a great substitution.
Nehemiah Mack. He's got 4. Harrisburg lead is still 9. And a foul.
See, this is the fundamentally sound Jihad Proctor. Up fake. It's a great shooter. This is probably one of the best fundamentally sound offensive players, underclassmen in the area, and that's Jihad Proctor.
He has 5 of the first 20 for the Cougars.
His nice form on a shot.
Kirk Smallwood, Harrisburg coach, looking on. More pressure in the backcourt.
There's Milbury.
You can't pick your dribble up there. Not against Harrisburg.
Township comes out of the scramble, and Turner hits.
That's a great basket for Turner to get his confidence going.
Quick scoop.
The 3-2 zone is definitely making Harrisburg think on the other end, slowing him down a bit. There's Milbury. It's not a good shot for him.
They're forcing shots, and that plays into Harrisburg's favor.
Great control by Cooksley Easter. And the Harrisburg lead is 23-12. The Township's got to keep themselves in this basketball game point-wise here. That's the kind of stuff that'll let it get it away. Well, goes right back to Page. Missed the jam.
Yeah, that was a left hand, too.
But came right back with a 3 was Turner.
Jonas Page, that's a nice shot by Turner. Tom McCall, Jonas Page went up with his left hand to dunk it. I mean, I haven't seen that since Billy Owens, players trying to dunk with their opposite hand.
It was an unbelievable try, though.
Harrisburg, it's the game of nutrition, or of attrition, okay? Can I outshoot you? Can I outrun you? And yes, they can right now. 25-15.
You know, it reminds me a lot of the summer league type play. You know, we get up and down, you have fun. One of the teams, right now Harrisburg hasn't needed to go to a set. They're going up against the zone, but really, I think if Susquehanna could just run a few plays through, settle down a little bit, keep this thing tighter, they'll be all right.
Rawls in the game for Harrisburg, and Britton back in the game. Wow, just keeps rotating him, and Carter.
6 turnovers for Susquehanna Township.
Susquehanna's switched up to the 2-3 now.
Stoney, the left hand. Page starting to get in the game now.
That is the end of the quarter. Harrisburg 25, Susquehanna Township 15. You're watching High School Sports Live on ABC 27, presented by PHFA.
Think about it. What could you do with $3,600? That's how much you'll save on a brand new 2013 Ford Escape this month only at Hoffman Ford, Harrisburg's premier Ford dealer. Yes, right now Hoffman is taking $3,600 off the redesigned Ford Escape with an athletic new look, plus hands-free power liftgate, My Ford Touch electronics interface, and more. Nobody gives you the selection, service, and Central PA's best Ford deals like Hoffman Ford. Online at hoffmanford.com.
Hey folks, I've never met anyone who didn't love a bargain. At Ollie's Bargain Outlet, you'll find brand name merchandise at up to 70% off the fancy store prices. We scour the world to find closeouts, package changes, overruns, bargains on Mattel, Black & Decker, Ortho, Mohawk, Bissell, Random House, and more.
New bargains arrive daily, but when they're gone, they're gone. Visit ollies.us for a store near you. Ollie's.
Good stuff, cheap.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
Second quarter underway. Greg Mays, Charlie Fortney, Todd McCall on ABC 27. The Mid-Penn Conference Championships, and a lot of physical play. Here comes Township back the other way. Yep. Cooksey Easter again. Boy, he is quick, isn't he?
Yeah. You know what? Harrisburg doesn't care about this zone. That's just how they play. They just want to hurry up and get a shot up so they can use their athleticism and quickness to make you turn it over. I mean, that's their game. Wes Bear for the Cougar coaching staff. Coach Smallwood gives Coach Wes Bear a lot of credit for this defense. If you see the players for the Cougars, yeah, they're athletic, but the stance on defense is amazing.
Page got the roll.
Great fundamentals.
First 2 points for him. Lead back to 10. Donald Rawls. Big rebound by Stoney. Cooksey Easter inside, got a shot blocked and knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, look for Shaquan Shepard to get back in soon because big Savalas Pope, they want to match his size. Harrisburg's going to probably want to get a big in there to neutralize Pope.
11 of 18 for Harrisburg from the field in that first quarter. Susquehanna Township, 6 of 13. Foul. What do you do now as Susquehanna Township to keep yourself in this basketball game?
It's like we talked about earlier. It's when you get to the other end, you got to kill the ball for maybe a couple passes and get Harrisburg playing defense. You got to get them tired on defense and get them out of this offensive rhythm. You play into their hands when it's 2-3 passes and a shot. It's important. Either you go full court press with them, you try to beat them at that game, or you pick your moments. And that Susquehanna's got to make that decision to do that, one or the other.
Britton's 4th point and an 11-point Cougars lead.
This style of Harrisburg is not by mistake. It almost seems like if you're a fan here, the game's even. But when you look up at the scoreboard, it's like, oh, Harrisburg's up 11. It's because Susquehanna's they're just not used to this style of basketball game. And Harrisburg's, just like the Palmyra girls, very comfortable with this kind of pace.
Page, big bucket.
See, and this is the guy that can change the predictions. If he can have that big game in this arena, he's the guy that can change a lot of folks' predictions that Harrisburg's going to win this by a good margin.
Harrisburg got a big offensive rebound and got it right back to Rawls, and the paint has it blocked. Got it right back.
You know, it's amazing. Harrisburg, even though they get shot blocked, they're quick. The rebound, put it right back out.
Falling down was Stoney. Page got the rebound. Well, the one pass that time, and Pope has his 4th point, and the lead is now down to 7. Got a good look that time. Wow, he has got the hot hand. That's 13 for Cooksey Easter.
Oh, he's a confident young man. Number 0 is not 0 on the point column, I'll tell you. There's Stoney to Easter to Carter.
Well, how about that for Cooksey Easter, who got those 2 and then comes right back. Got the 3 and then the 2 on the pass. Responsible for 5 of the points, and then right back inside is Pope again. and draws the foul.
They gave the points on the scoreboard to the wrong
you're right.
team. They're going to correct that, but you know what? Harrisburg's fine with this. They're fine with this. They don't care. They want Susquehanna to keep pushing it, keep taking the quick shot, and just like Rick Pitino's teams, all of a sudden you find yourself, Billy Donovan's teams, you find yourself down 30 and you think you're in the game. But hats off to Susquehanna. They're stepping up, making some big plays, and it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. The score has been corrected.
33-24. Pope's got 7. Nice cut inside. Quick little follow. Good control by Britton, and he's got 6.
Yeah, good job of Patterson cutting the hoop. Good rebound by Britton. These guys have been playing together for a long time. Seniors together. Patterson, Britton. Okay. Well, 4 minutes left in the half. No team in the bonus yet. Team's playing hard. Refs doing a good job. This is about what you want as a coach. You don't want to give up the bonus until late into the half. Foul shots will start being a factor here at the end of the second quarter here. Actually, now that they went from 5 to 7 on the board, that is a bonus. That jumped quickly. I saw 5, then 6. People at home don't see that, but that was a.
Yeah, you're right. So going to the line.
Could have been a correction by the official book. Sometimes that's what happens. Turner, tired legs on the foul shot, you can tell. When you fall short in a game like this, it often represents some tired legs.
Cougars basketball. Nice cut.
That was a gappy zone.
Proctor's got 8. And a blocking foul out front.
Cougars got 8 fouls called against them. The Susquehanna's 4. That's about right because of the aggression level, and Harrisburg is a notch higher. That's to be expected. Coach Smallwood will live with it. Not happy with the officials, but he'll live with it.
Sure, Williams into the game now for the Cougars.
Susquehanna hanging around. Just when you think this could get blown open.
Going to join Todd McCall in our Ollie's Bargain Outlet student section after our TV timeout coming up here. So Mac has 6. Lead down 37-26.
Susquehanna coming out with some pressing of their own. Proctor.
And a foul.
You know, Jonas Page had the height advantage there. He didn't need to come across the head. He could have just, that's important when you're defending and you're the taller player. You don't need to swipe at it. You just.
Proctor will go to the line for 2 when we come back. 3:58 left in the second quarter. Harrisburg leads 37-26, and you're watching High School Sports Live, presented by PHFA. High School Sports Live on ABC 27 is sponsored by The Patriot News, powered by PennLive.com. By Keystone Tax Associates, proud sponsor of High School Sports Live. Thanks to Joseph Sandry and Keystone Tax Associates for their support of high school student athletes. By the Keystone State Games, coming to the Harrisburg-Hershey area again in 2013. And by Sports Recruiters. Get noticed, get recognized, get recruited. SportsRecruiters.com.
Register now for Advanced Hoops Premier AAU tryouts.
This Sunday the 17th, we're trying out 5th through 8th grade boys.
Next Sunday the 24th, 6th through 9th grade girls.
We're proud to offer elite level and competitive team opportunities. On March 3rd is the Boys and Girls High School National Showcase tryouts. It is the 3rd year in a row we're taking top boys teams to Las Vegas for the Adidas Super 64.
To get your spot, go to advancedhoops.com.
Since 1955, Rosman Brothers,
family owned, featuring American made. Fast delivery, great prices, super service. Buy the best, buy Rosman Brothers.
A lot of enthusiasm and a jam-packed crowd. Todd McCall is with the students. Todd.
I'm with the tribe, as we always call them when I'm coaching. I'm right here with Susquehanna. I can't hear him right now, but actually, we're in the Ollie's Ozone cheap seats here tonight, and Susquehanna is starting to pick up their pace. And this is what the tribe needs right now. Charlie, John?
He's right in his element. The former Susquehanna Township coach, Todd McCall.
Who said you can't get a student cheering section at the Mid-Penn tournament?
No. That's good. Neutral sites are these games. Proctor goes to the line.
This kid is steady Eddie. He's just steady Eddie. Jihad Proctor. He brings us, you know, he's a very good defender, but he's not going to get you a lot of steals on the fast break. But this kid just steady, knows how to play the game. Right player to have in against the zone defense as well.
Proctor already almost nearing his average of 13 a game. He's already got 10. Mack. Big rebound, but it was taken away, and we got a foul under the basket.
Well, and that'll be foul shots for Joe Marshall, the super sophomore, I should say. This kid can leap tall buildings at a single bound. I don't know if you have a replay there, but man, he got up. Referees rewarded that athleticism.
6'3", just a sophomore.
Dad's a Harrisburg police officer. The kid has to walk a tight line at his house, I bet.
Steve Stoney, nice move to the hoop off the glass, doesn't get the roll, got his own rebound, and drew the foul.
Dom Allen coming in. We haven't seen Shaquan Shepard, probably trying to keep him out of foul trouble going into the second half.
So, Stoney will go to the line. Harrisburg up 39-26. Mid-Penn Finals here on ABC 27. Stoney's got 3.
Yeah, Joe Marshall has 3 fouls. That's huge for Susquehanna because Joe Marshall is one of the players for Susquehanna that's been able to match intensity and match athleticism out here against Harrisburg.
So the lead now 15 for the Cougars. Was 10 after 1. Harrisburg 7 of 9 from the charity stripe. Page threw it away, Harrisburg ball. Well, that's what you were talking about.
Yeah,
settle it down.
Well, yeah, see, when you get it over half court, you grab it. See, this is Rick Pitino basketball here. He has changed the game. Rick Pitino does not get enough credit for what he's did for the game of basketball. So there's so many colleges, Tubby Smith, Dilly Donovan. These guys imitate. Calipari's been doing it over the last so many years, changed his style from the original days.
Big block by Lewis.
It's a style of basketball that often gets criticized because you give up layups on the other end, you give up easy baskets, but you make the other team play a style. It tempts them into a style that they're just not used to.
I've told this Rick Pitino story before, but when I was a senior at Syracuse and Jim Boeheim became the coach replacing Roy Danforth, he brought in this young assistant, and we went, wow, we really think this guy is slick looking. He seems to know what he's doing, and it was Rick Pitino.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's a good story.
Yeah.
You know, I have haven't told too many people this, but when I was a sophomore and Rod Brookins was at Pitt, John Calipari was recruiting me when Rod Brookins was out there, and I was up on the sideline when Pitt played Navy, and I had a chance to meet Calipari. I was so excited, thinking I was going to Pitt. The whole coaching staff gets fired. Calipari becomes a head coach at UMass. Haven't told that story a lot of times, but you know, with the Rod Brookin connection, I got a chance to start the recruiting process. Started with Pitt, and it ended that year when the coaching staff changed.
Patterson, that's his first bucket of the game.
Oh, this kid can score. He's a senior for Harrisburg with a lot of ability.
Going inside. Soft touch by Pope. Harrisburg.
Look at this.
Proctor.
Look at the pass by Patterson. Proctor usually nails that. 16-point game. This could get out of hand. Susquehanna needs to get a good set here. Page out. Marshall out.
Turned it over.
Not sure why Page is out. Jaron Dunbar comes in the game for Quentin Ward.
9th turnover by Susquehanna Township. Credit the Harrisburg defense for forcing a lot of those.
Dunbar's a young man that started a lot of games last year and just hasn't gotten a lot of time. A really good basketball player. I mean, college coaches have courted him with the D3. Some D2s have been talking to him, but this is how talented the ball club is. And you know, naturally doesn't fit the style that coach has been going with lately, but this is a good player here, 35 in red.
2:02 left, first half. Mid-Penn Conference Finals. Glad you're with us here on ABC 27. We have 3 more days of high school basketball coming up. We'll be doing all the district championship games from Giant Center. All 8 games. In the past, we just did 2. Now this year, we're going to do 8. Harrisburg got the ball back.
This is the biggest stat that's not a stat for Harrisburg, is the way they play scrap. Look at a scrap.
Look at the discipline. Backing it right back out. Chris Britton. Winding time off the clock. Got a foul inside. Boy, they're playing smart basketball. I know in the past you could say, boy, Harrisburg teams are up and down. They're shooting a lot. This is a very disciplined team,
yeah,
I think.
It's small. I mean, Smallwood doesn't have 2 state championships for nothing. No. It's quad A. I mean, you know, he's the right guy for this job. I mean, you know, there's coaches that fit schools, and this is one of those situations where he fits the Harrisburg Cougars. 8
seniors on this Cougars team. And a great move inside. Chris Britton, he's got 8.
But a great feed, fundamental jump stop feed by Javon Proctor, the sophomore.
Oh, look at Britton. What a great heads-up play. Oh, travel. Well,
Page sitting too long. Well, there he goes. He's coming in the game. It's an 18-point first half, and to the fans, it may come across tied because of the intensity, but the scoreboard doesn't lie. There's definitely a difference.
Lead is 18. Nice move inside, the jam by Pope.
And this may get them going a little bit.
With authority, cut it to 16. Kind of spark perhaps Susquehanna Township needs. Looking for a stop here to close out the half. Britton was inside, big rebound and a foul.
And that'll be foul shots for Pope. This is a good ending right now to the half for Susquehanna. If they can make a couple foul shots here, Harrisburg's going to get a chance to finish the last shot, though. Man, Harrisburg's going subbing again here. We're going to go down to Powers, or Cook, I should say, coming in for Harrisburg. This is an amazing rotation here for the Harrisburg Cougars. Cook coming in the game.
Pope will get another. Lawrence Holly reports in.
You know, Page out, that's a good substitute. You don't want Page on the defensive end to pick up another foul going in a half from the defensive standpoint. Also, Pope out. Susquehanna wants to end with a smaller lineup here. Full court pressure here. Harrisburg going to probably try for a last shot.
Patterson. Got it.
Oh, I thought they would go for the last shot, but maybe I'm wrong. I am wrong.
Well, they may get it now, or they may get the basketball back. And Vince Rogers says, let's take a quick timeout here.
Yeah, that's a tough one to use a timeout with 9 seconds to go. That's you don't want to give up those, but also don't want to give them the ball back underneath. Todd, as a coach, isn't that frustrating when you got to call a timeout, you can't get the ball in?
Well, you know, one of the things, I've looked at this press for a while. How do you attack it? I would take my point guard and take the ball out of bounds. First pass in, I would sprint him, full speed, all out down the middle. The other thing you can't do during the press is you can't throw that cross-court pass against Harrisburg. It just does not work. But you know what? It is frustrating right now. Down 17. Hopefully halftime they can do some adjustments.
Yep. And we thought that this could happen to Susquehanna. Just not used to this. I mean, they match Harrisburg pretty well athletically and basketball player-wise, but this is just a different brand of basketball than the typical Keystone zone, a lot of zone defense type stuff. Strategy is different.
Well, Milbury hits the shot at the end.
They didn't give it. Actually, they waved that shot off.
Well, that is the end of the half. An impressive performance so far from the Harrisburg High Cougars, who scored over 100 in the semifinals. They've scored 47 in this first half of the finals. 42, make it 47-32. Susquehanna Township trailing Harrisburg. Back with our United Concordia Dental halftime report when we come back. We're live on ABC 27 with the Mid-Penn Conference Finals.
What's in a name? Everything. It's your own personal brand. It's who you are. Your word. At Members First, our name speaks volumes. It's our guarantee to our members that there is nothing more important to us than you, your family, your well-being.
When you walk into a Members First branch or office, we'll get to know you, and we'll greet you by name. Open an account today and take advantage of our low Visa balance transfer rate. At Members First, we put our members first.
Max Saver here at Carnes Foods, where you'll always find a ton of great deals from groceries to meat department.
Tired of winter's chill? Come to Carnes for everything you need to cook up meals that are warm and delicious. Plus, this week Carnes is heating things up with exceptional buys, like fresh boneless skinless chicken breast, only $1.79 a pound. Carnes fresh pork link sausage, just $1.99 a pound. And lean pork butt roast, only $1.49 a pound.
Carnes, over 3,000 items on sale every day in every store.
You don't think about physical therapy until you need it. When an injury occurs, think Select Physical Therapy. Select leads the way in providing patients with clinical expertise using the latest medical research and techniques. Our team provides physical and hand therapy, pre- and post-surgery, work injury rehabilitation, and much more. With several locations in the Harrisburg area, let Select return you to activity at home, work, or play. Select Physical Therapy. Recovery starts here.
United Concordia Dental has been insuring Central Pennsylvania for over 40 years. Whether you're looking for group, family, or individual coverage, United Concordia has the right plan to fit your specific needs. United Concordia also prides itself on its commitment to the community through its efforts to arrange free dental services for the underserved and its charitable contributions throughout the area. United Concordia not only takes care of your smile, we give you something to smile about.
Back live, the Mid-Penn Conference Championships on ABC 27. 47-32, the Harrisburg High Cougars are on top, and our United Concordia Dental halftime report continues. We're joined by Mike Bullock from the Patriot News and PennLive.com. Well, Harrisburg, I think we're pretty much seeing what we expected to see in this game, which is they are dominating. They're playing a great defense. They're being tenacious. They're being disciplined.
They're being Harrisburg. You know, it's the recipe they've used for how long now, where they just get after you. They're going to come. They're going to, you know, hammer you with defensive pressure to try to get their offensive transition game going, and they certainly haven't been, you know, asked to try to do anything else.
I think they've been very focused all year, and we've talked about how I think very disciplined. They got a lot of seniors on this team, and I think Kirk really has their heads into these games. I've just been really impressed with these guys all year long.
Well, I think, you know, he controls the minutes, and that's the way you keep everybody hungry. And these guys certainly come on the floor ready to play because they know if they don't come ready, they aren't going to get back on the floor for a while. So
we talked to David about this at halftime of the girls' game. Jeff Morrow did a great article about the value of the Mid-Penn Championships, what the coaches thought. Of course, as we've mentioned before, the Lancaster-Lebanon playoffs and the York-Adams playoffs, much more ingrained in those areas. What are some of your thoughts, and what were some of your thoughts of what the coaches were saying about this conference championships?
Well, I understand some of their concerns about people having extra time to scout them, the rest factor that comes into play because of how cramped the schedule is and all that sort of thing. But the other advantage that the LL, the YA, IAA, Berks County have is it's a little more provincial just because of where they're located. If this was a lot more compact and you had Harrisburg, Susquehanna, Harrisburg, Steel High, Harrisburg, Trinity, any of those people in here, I think we'd see that excitement. It just hasn't been consistent the whole time through. Halftime here,
the Mid-Penn Conference Championships between Harrisburg and Susquehanna Township, joined by Mike Bullock from the Patriot News and PennLive.com. Well, can Susquehanna Township get back in this thing? It seems like they'd have to be super patient on offense.
Well, the problem that I see is the fact that they're not a great three-point shooting contest or three-point shooting team. They've got to continue just to keep playing the way they're playing. I think defensively, they've got to take care of the ball, and defensively they've got to get a few stops. The 3-2 zone or the 2-3 zone that they were throwing up there really was just kind of like running into a fence post. It didn't really seem to slow them down. But, Harrisburg's getting out, they're running, and they're just punishing Susquehanna at the other end. We saw Steel High come back on these guys the other night, but, we'll see. I mean, Joe Marshall with 3 fouls is big. It's just one of those things. I mean, I said to Vince Rogers the other night, I said, the one thing about this game is that you won't see anybody any better than Harrisburg the rest of the way after what Chester did to Newman Goretti the other night on television. So.
Right. Mike and I have always had a bonding with outdoor and indoor soccer and also with the Baltimore Orioles. And as we take a look at the halftime stats real quick, that's kind of, I think, what we expect. Look at the difference in rebounds right there, 18-8 for Harrisburg, and free throws pretty even. But Hannah's has 10 turnovers. A lot of those were forced. I want to ask you finally, we're all excited about baseball. We're Orioles fans, and it was a great year last year, but I think just seeing the pretty pictures from spring training always kind of goes, wow, it's springtime now.
Well, and who wouldn't get excited after the year we finally enjoyed last year? I think everybody's a little tenuous in the situation that, the Orioles didn't make any significant moves, but, I think Buck liked the chemistry that was in the clubhouse last year, and maybe that says a lot more than what we know from the outside.
Right,
so.
Very good. Mike Bullock from the Patriot News, PennLive.com. We'll look forward to your column and reading your story online. Thanks for joining us as always.
Thanks for having me, Greg.
All right, 47-32 Harrisburg on top. When we come back, more from Milton Hershey.
Brenner Chrysler Jeep is Central PA's Chrysler Jeep headquarters. So find your best deal on Brenner's elite lineup of new Chrysler and Jeep vehicles, which include exceptional performance, quality, and safety features. And Brenner has the big selection, big savings, and better service that only comes from your Chrysler Jeep headquarters. Plus a huge variety of certified pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Take the short drive to Brenner Chrysler Jeep on the Carlisle Pike Mechanicsburg. Bigger, better, Brenner.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here, from delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here, from fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
Register now for Advanced Hoops Premier AAU tryouts.
This Sunday the 17th, we're trying out 5th through 8th grade boys.
Next Sunday the 24th, 6th through 9th grade girls.
We're proud to offer elite level and competitive team opportunities. On March 3rd is the Boys and Girls High School National Showcase tryouts. It is the 3rd year in a row we're taking top boys teams to Las Vegas for the Adidas Super 64.
To get your spot, go to advancedhoops.com.
What could you do with $2,500? Right now at Hoffman Ford, Harrisburg's premier Ford dealer. Get $2,500 off a new 2013 Ford Fusion. Dozens to choose from. Incredible styling and quality. Unbeatable gas mileage. And now through November, every Fusion in stock is $2,500 off. The selection, service, and savings are all in one place. Harrisburg's premier Ford dealer, Hoffman Ford. Visit hoffmanford.com.
Mid-Penn Conference Championships continue here on ABC 27, and it'll take a big run here early by Susquehanna Township to get back in this basketball game. They trail 47-32 to the Harrisburg High Cougars as you take a look at the Susquehanna Township Indians getting set for the second half. And when we come back, we will have our second half tip-off. You are watching High School Sports Live on ABC 27.
Brenner Chrysler Jeep is Central PA's Chrysler Jeep headquarters. So find your best deal on Brenner's elite lineup of new Chrysler and Jeep vehicles, which include exceptional performance, quality, and safety features. And Brenner has the big selection, big savings, and better service that only comes from your Chrysler Jeep headquarters. Plus a huge variety of certified pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Take the short drive to Brenner Chrysler Jeep on the Carlisle Pike Mechanicsburg. Bigger, better, Brenner.
Register now for Advanced Hoops Premier AAU tryouts.
This Sunday the 17th, we're trying out 5th through 8th grade boys.
Next Sunday the 24th, 6th through 9th grade girls.
We're proud to offer elite level and competitive team opportunities. On March 3rd is the Boys and Girls High School National Showcase tryouts. It is the third year in a row we're taking top boys teams to Las Vegas for the Adidas Super 64.
To get your spot, go to advancedhoops.com.
Second half underway here from Milton Hershey School. Greg Mace, Charlie Fortney, Todd McCall on the sidelines, and Susquehanna Township starts the second half of the basketball, down 15 as they play for the Mid-Penn title. Quick start and a big basket by Joe Marshall out of the gate.
This was a great comeback start for Susquehanna. Get a good set. Joe Marshall.
Well, a quick answer by Ashton Cooksey Easter.
He said we're not changing our style here, guys. You know.
He's got 15.
But Susquehanna definitely came out with a little bit of a renewed focus, running some sets. Coach, we weren't able to do that at all in the first half.
Well, Page missed. Harrisburg won the first ever Mid-Penn Conference Championship back in 2005. Fourth time they've reached the finals, but they have not won a title since that first one back in 2005. Played every year since then, except for 1 year we got a lot of snow, so they decided to cancel it. Well, quick shot. Savalas Pope. All right, Vince Rogers up off the bench trying to get his team ready. Let's go, boys. Down 15 and still hoping they got a shot.
It's going to be key. They're going to have to hit some foul shots here. One thing to take it to the hole, you got to cash in on the fouling.
Well, he does. Pope's got 12. He leads everybody for Susquehanna Township. Savalas Pope, Central Dauphin transfer. 6'6" junior.
Big foul shots. Game could have went the other way coming out of halftime.
Well, big steal and a big hoop by Gabe Mack. Quick 4 points. And right back the other way. Boy, they just come right back at you.
Yeah, but I like this Susquehanna pressing, getting after it like they did. I like that. Trying to give it right back at them.
Well, they did the same thing. Cooksey Easter has 17.
It's a high level here, guys.
Right back in. Good concentration by Gabe Mack.
Gabe Mack's one of those quiet players. He's one of those quiet players until he has to go hard, and he shows he can do it in spurts. It's only a 13-point game. Susquehanna's in a nice prime position to make a move here. For them, I'd like to see Page start hitting some threes and getting some confidence on offense.
Well, he got the big rebound there.
He's the kind of player that you got to help him get a few separated there. Now that's a big one. A little too far out.
Almost more than an NBA three on that one.
Look at Marshall. I mean, skying. I don't know if we have a replay on it, but he was, this kid can jump out of the building as a sophomore.
And he goes to the line. Marshall's got 6.
Yeah, 6 points from Marshall. Could be his 7th. They cut it to 12 if he makes this.
Just psychologically to keep it in that range.
Yeah, they haven't been in this territory in a while. Every point's counting here.
Britton cleared the boards. Mack inside. Would have counted if it had gone, and now Marshall goes back to the line again.
Well, he's going to get some foul shooting practice here, and it's going to have to start kicking in because this could be under 10 if he'd be making the foul shots. It's important for Joe Marshall. If he's going to be this aggressive this half for Susquehanna, he's got to cash in on the foul line. Harrisburg on pace for 90 points themselves. Susquehanna showing they can put some points on the board themselves. Still down by 11.
Backing it right out. Hooks it Easter again. 19. He has been clutch, and it's going to go back to Harrisburg.
Gabe Mack wanted a foul there, but it just slipped on something wet on the floor. Todd, Coach Rogers, Greg trying to change it up, but it's like Harrisburg answers no matter what. I mean, you could create a new defense and it wouldn't matter.
I think an important point to make is stay on your feet on defense. Susquehanna is used to playing blocking shots, that type of thing. But tonight, they have a more athletic team. They need to stay on their feet on that defense in that zone.
Susquehanna Township cheerleaders, part of the jam-packed crowd here, and nice effort by Jamal Carter, but
the recovery time for the Harrisburg Cougars is tremendous. They can gamble because they can recover.
And we've seen that early here in this second half.
There's some really good three-point shooters for Susquehanna that haven't gotten a chance to hit those.
Well, it's going to go back to Harrisburg on the jump ball.
Down here on the baseline, Dom Lewis actually just took it away from Pope. He just reached around and pulled it away. They are really strong, this Harrisburg team. Kurt Smallwood talks about actually picking fights, playing teams out of state, teams in different states, teams ranked high, and I think it benefits him in a game like this.
Yeah, that's one thing I like about Coach Smallwood's off-season preparation or during the season preparation for playoffs is they don't duck anybody. They don't mind losing. They often win a lot of those big games on the road.
They've done that over the years. I mean, they've created that great schedule, and it only does you good. And if you lose a game or two in that situation, you've learned from it. Nobody cares if you lost a game or two if you win a state championship or a district championship.
And I still love the way he calls it. He calls it picking a fight, and he means that not in the way, but he calls it, hey, we look to pick some fights.
Ashton has 20. Susquehanna Township still within striking distance. And a great move by Mack, but he's called for an offensive foul.
Again, that's that style. You get around me, but I'm gonna take the charge. That's where this style is not just freelance. It's the fundamental. To take a charge is practiced. Kids just don't walk around wanting to take charges. That's not street ball. That's a practiced play.
Township comes away from tough shot by Proctor. Loose. Marshall called timeout. Smart move.
Well, Susquehanna's burning those very important timeouts.
And took one earlier at the end of the first half. Well, a reminder that we've got the district championships coming up next weekend. I should say in 2 weeks. We will do all the games February 28th, March 1st and 2nd, all from Giant Center. In the past, we've done just the games on Saturday, but Mr. Fortney and Mr. McCall, this will be a marathon for your voices. John Reppitz will join us doing the play-by-play, but we'll start Thursday and Friday around 4:30 for those games. And then on the 2nd, we have early morning games, 2 early morning games. And they moved the Quad A games to Saturday. Again, a reminder, we have the Hoffman Ford Player of the Game coming up as well.
You know, on the bench here, I see creeping in there, I see little Charlie. You know, Charlie's about ready to actually start stepping up and and start calling some of these games, Greg Mace. He's setting by a legend with you, and then a legend shooter by his dad, so I think he's ready.
Well, at some point we got to get a shot of him because he's contributing here by keeping his father calm.
Greg, little Charlie is eating all my Skittles.
That's good because when you're talking with a mouthful, we have an issue. He's serving a very valuable role here.
Well, he wanted to come to like all sons want to go with their dads. He wanted to come to the broadcast tonight.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, Charlie, I'm going to hook him up. I'm going to get him a headshot, and let's get him in some Disney movies, stuff like that. He's ready, man. Charlie's ready.
This was my Valentine's gift to my wife, is to take Charlie with me tonight.
Happy Valentine's Day to all the wives, Mace, Fortney, and McCall.
And all the moms at home.
Harrisburg basketball. Steve Stoney. Nice rebound inside, and Dom Lewis has his first points.
I'm not really sure what you can do to Harrisburg's size and quickness, and then they have such a deep bench. After a while, they just wear you down.
Nice play inside, Jonas Page. They've held him to 6.
I really think Page could do more for Susquehanna. He just doesn't get up the ball. He just doesn't get the ball in a position to score.
Dom Lewis.
He's a squared shooter. He needs to come off, high screens. He'd be great out of a UCLA step back.
Timeout on the court, 3:48 left, 60-44 here in the third quarter.
Hey folks, I've never met anyone who didn't love a bargain. At Ollie's Bargain Outlet, you'll find brand name merchandise at up to 70% off the fancy store prices. We scour the world to find closeouts, package changes, overruns, bargains on Mattel, Black & Decker, Ortho, Mohawk, Bissell, Random House, and more.
New bargains arrive daily, but when they're gone, they're gone. Visit ollies.us for a store near you. Ollie's.
Good stuff, cheap.
High School Sports Live on ABC 27 is sponsored by The Sentinel, connecting you to your community for 150 years. By Allied Cleaning Technologies, Central Pennsylvania's premier resurfacing gym floor specialists. For an on-site evaluation, contact Tom Green at 717-774-0979. By Pac Financial, helping local families build, manage, and protect their portfolios. PacFinancialFirst.com. And by Advanced Hoops, the area's largest youth basketball training organization. AdvancedHoops.com for spring and summer camp information.
Register now for Advanced Hoops Premier AAU tryouts.
This Sunday the 17th, we're trying out 5th through 8th grade boys.
Next Sunday the 24th, 6th through 9th grade girls.
We're proud to offer elite level and competitive team opportunities. On March 3rd is the Boys and Girls High School National Showcase tryouts. It is the 3rd year in a row we're taking top boys teams to Las Vegas for the Adidas Super 64.
To get your spot, go to advancedhoops.com.
Mid-Penn Boys Championships live here on ABC 27 from Milton Hershey School. Susquehanna Township with a basketball. They're down 60-44. Harrisburg has only outscored them 13-12 in this quarter.
They're going to get Pope for over the back, and it's a great call. Pope went over the back on that play, and that's just a frustration foul. You know, Charlie, those are those fouls you pick up when you just, you know you can't hold the guys off, and you get frustrated, reach around, and coaches just go crazy. I used to go crazy on that one.
What a great game for this young man. Cooksley Easter has already got 20 of the 60 Harrisburg points.
Do you think it'd be wise to say it's not the size of the dog in the fight, but the fight in the dog? Because he's not a tree chopper, Charlie, but the kid plays with so much heart.
5'11", senior. #21st point. And Nehemiah Mack back into the game for Township. Cougars opening the lead and still putting pressure in the backcourt.
Tell you what, I mean, you know, the Palmyra girls and and the Harrisburg Cougars, it's different genders, but it's very similar, just start to finish. I mean, amazing, amazing.
Two great games.
And it's, if Harrisburg goes on to win, it'll be the two teams that played that style that did it.
Page got whacked on the way up. So 3:12 now left here in the third quarter. Kirk Smallwood done such a great job on and off the court with this program. And all of Harrisburg athletics. We had a signing of 3 football players the other day, and we talked about the fact that the Harrisburg athletics almost didn't happen this year. We talked about the fact the football team almost didn't happen because of the budget restrictions, and it's just been a great story over there with the Cougars to persevere, and great year in football, great year continues in basketball.
Well, you just knew something was going to happen. Somebody was going to come through the community. Guys like Fred Clark, big supporter of Harrisburg, stepping up in a couple of the area businesses, and ultimately a past budget helped out. Coach Smallwood, they put too much work in this to let it die.
Shepard
coming off the bench cold. Sometimes when you come off the bench cold, you got to get back into it defensively. This guy is amazing.
Jeez. I mean, wherever the ball is, Ashton is overall all over the ball.
Wes Bear's over there shaking his head. And Joe Proctor, the assistants for Harrisburg, they're a fun crew to watch over there. They're exciting.
I don't know if I've shown any Harrisburg highlights this year that don't include him.
This game's settling down just a little, I think. Here's Gabe Mack.
Long range.
To Bud Mack. Again, not the most high percentage shot. That's important right there.
Turner.
See, Harrisburg's going to the basket. Susquehanna settled for jump shots. It's a big, and that's why you see a difference in that score.
Oh, you didn't expect him to miss, did you?
No. I did not expect him to miss. He has been incredible tonight.
25 points for Cooksey Easter. And
he blocks a shot and foul the other end. This kid Put a Rosman Brothers cape on this kid, guys. Every time I see Rosman Brothers commercial, I think, which player in the game deserves to have that cape on him? It's almost like the Members First commercial where the guy, oh, I love those commercials. It's like watching the Super Bowl just to see the commercials, you know?
Pope is 6'6" and Cooksey Easter is 5'11", but he's playing like he's 6'9". Pope's got 14.
Easter playing with some confidence here. It's kind of like he's on the street. I got next, and I'm not getting off the court because I want to keep playing.
Well, if you like this, get out and support your school coming up. There's a lot of home courts in the first round of the districts, and a lot of great basketball will continue. We've got 6 more weeks of playoffs, and of course this year the district finals and the state finals are at Giant Center in Hershey as they move back here from State College. So we're excited about that.
Terrell Patterson running the show.
Patterson backed out. Over the basketball. That time was Shepard. Minute and a half left, third quarter. Milbury. He goes 5'8" and went inside.
And I'm telling you, he's one of the toughest kids. I'm telling you, if you've ever seen that kid, Milbury, on the football field, he is one of the toughest kids in the mid-state. Never says a word, and a worker.
Susquehanna Township in the bonus. This is, you know, with 9 minutes and 27 seconds to go in the game, if the way Harrisburg plays, Susquehanna could help themselves out by being very high percentage from the foul line. Now, Harrisburg's only 2 foul shots away from shooting the bonus. Could be a foul shooting fest here at the end, guys. Todd, little Charlie, Greg, these passes bedtime tonight here. It's the Mid-Penn tournament, though.
Yeah, that's right. You gotta stay up for this.
Past my bedtime.
Page. Big rebound is Milbury. Just talked about him. Oh, nice dish. Wow.
Yeah, a little bit of scrap, a little bit of fight for Susquehanna of their own.
Turner's got 7. Nice rebound inside and a foul. Well, we talked about 10 maybe being that magic number. I don't think they're going to get to 10, but 10 being what they should hopefully, for their sake, cut it to at the end of 3.
Yeah, it's not going to happen, but Susquehanna's managing to keep this within reach here. It's still only 50, no change in the score from halftime, 15-minute margin. It's just they're a hot hand away from being in this game. They're a Jonas Page or a couple threes away from making this interesting. They just got to get some resolve here and some rhythm on offense and then make some stops on defense.
Britain's got 12. 17-point lead for Harrisburg. Closing seconds in the third quarter, the Mid-Penn Conference Finals. That would be Proctor with a steal. And tried to get the shot up at the same time he drew the foul. He will go to the line.
You know, we talked about it. It just, when you're watching from home, you think you can make that cross-court pass against them, and then you can put a cape on every one of the Harrisburg Cougars teams. They can cover and close ground faster than any team in the mid-state.
Hey, Todd, you're absolutely right. Jordan Milbury is a tough-nosed kid. He just put a block on the biggest kid in the gym, Shaquan Shepard.
6'5", the senior. Nehemiah Mack back into the game. He'll replace Savalas Pope.
Nehemiah, who goes by Bud Mack, you know, he had a high ankle sprain, and he's been really sore with that thing. And, you know, and it just shows he's trying to gut it out here. But I think their concern is playoffs.
Closing seconds, third quarter. Mack.
Susquehanna managing to keep it within 15.
There's Patterson. Rawls. Rebound inside. Who's going to come away with that one? Shepard. No more. We got to hold. Look at the Harrisburg bench. DeJour Williams will go back in. Kirk Smallwood making some substitutions. They will begin district play next week. They will play the winner of this weekend's Lower Dauphin Central Dauphin East winner. Play-in game coming up this weekend. Harrisburg, the #1 seed in Quad A, and then Susquehanna Township will get the winner of the play-in game between Manheim Central and Wyomissing. The season is far from over for either of these teams, no matter what the result tonight. Britain's got 13. Chris Britton, 6'3" senior. And underneath, Cooksley Easter got his own rebound, and then at the buzzer almost had another shot. 69-53 Harrisburg. We played 3 quarters of the Mid-Penn Conference Championship, and you're watching High School Sports Live on ABC 27, presented by PHFA.
This new diet, half and half's awesome.
Best part's the lemonade. Best part's the tea.
Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade!
So which half is your favorite?
And they're blended so perfectly, who cares? Tasty tea, tangy lemonade, 10 calories. Snapple diet, half and half. Made from the best stuff on earth.
Family-owned Rosman Brothers has the largest selection of recliners, living room, and kitchen dinettes. American Made is on sale. Buy furniture today, you can have it delivered tomorrow for free. So if you need furniture now, you want Rosman Brothers.
Some of my favorite memories are set in the warm summer sun. These memories are so important to protect, just like my family. You can find that protection with the Capital Region Insurance Agency. Affordable protection and superior service from Erie Insurance. Auto, home, business, and life. Your Erie agent is waiting for you. Call the Capital Region Insurance Agency for a quote today. 717-731-1142.
Mid-Penn Conference Championships continue live here on ABC 27. Greg Mace, Charlie Fortney, Todd McCall from what has been a terrific crowd here at Milton Hershey School. See our broadcast location right there. We are courtside. Little Charlie, turn around and wave. Can you see you? Look, all right, can you see it? Look at the camera up there. There he is. All right, here we go.
He's waving. See you? See?
It's like magic. It's the magic of TV. Harrisburg took 25 shots in that quarter compared to 15 for Susquehanna Township.
Spells opportunity.
Township the better on the rebounding end, 10-4.
Smallwood didn't like that, but whenever you get an offensive rebound, you put yourself in that position, and Savalas Pope did on that play.
Harrisburg did not turn the ball over in the third quarter. Susquehanna Township 6 times, but so much of that is attributed to this great Harrisburg defense. 15 for Pope. A reminder, after the game, we will talk to our winning coach, player of the game, have our medal ceremony. Harrisburg, if they hang on, will, I don't even think I'd use the word hang on at this point, but they will win their second Mid-Penn Conference championship. In total control. traveling.
You know, he did shuffle his feet down on the baseline. I saw him shuffle it. I didn't know if they'd give a call, but they're on it tonight. Great job out of the officials.
Bob Paramro, Ron Kinnaird, and Tim Hughes.
Tim explaining about to Chiquan what happened on the travel.
A little pushing, shoving.
That should be on Jonas Page. Jonas Page, after getting the ball taken from him, went push to try to get the ball back. That's a good call. Page has to be stronger with the basketball for Susquehanna Township.
Proctor has 11. 3 players in double figures for Harrisburg. Cooksey Easter with 25. Proctor now with 12. Britain's got 13. Still pressuring. Well, good test for Susquehanna Township. This will only do them a lot of good come AAA playoff time, which will start next week. No matter what the result, there's Mack underneath. Stepped on the end line.
Well, this kind of style and pressure just makes you make bad decisions or forced decisions, and that's what you see here. Just these are hard passes to make. Coach Rogers takes Page out, Bud Mack out. Joe Marshall inserted back in along with G Mack.
Lost the ball, handed it right to Pope.
Shepard has not been in a rhythm. He's sat for so long. He has not been in a rhythm since that first quarter when he came out on fire.
Nice dish.
It helps to have teamwork like, wow, Cooksey Easter is, I'm going to just say it right now, he's the Huffman Ford. I'm going to outvote everybody. I think everybody's with me on this.
Yeah,
this is the Huffman Ford player of the game if Harrisburg can go on to win this.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to get any disagreement from any of us.
Not at all. He was Superman tonight, as you said, Charlie.
A little off balance, and getting the roll is Proctor. He's got 14.
Jihad Proctor, it's the only player he's so valuable to Harrisburg because it's the only player of his type. He has the finesse game going on. The soft touch around the basket going on. Harrisburg knowing when to bring it out.
Nice pass. $25 points so far for Ashton Cooksey Easter.
Yeah, he's not only been talented, he's been defensive, he's blocked shots. Todd, I mean, if you have a player like this, how does it make you feel as a coach? A guy like, have you ever had a kid like this?
Well, I mean, I think a little bit about guys like Dwayne Spencer, you know, guys that can get after it and do so many things and dish. But he tonight has been incredible.
24 points.
You know, one thing I want to say is, why does this game benefit Susquehanna? It benefits them because they will not see in AAA this kind of intensity or physicalness at all. They are this type of physical team in AAA.
Yeah, you get in a couple battles like this, you know, it prepares you for, like, one thing we didn't talk about in the first game, Cumberland Valley and Paul Meyer girls scrimmaged early before the season started, and it was lopsided Cumberland Valley win. But again, you get battle tested, you get better as a team.
First points for Quentin Ward, who just came into the game. Joe Marshall fouling out. And they will take a timeout. 5:31 left here in the fourth quarter. Harrisburg leads 77-56.
Brenner Chrysler Jeep is Central PA's Chrysler Jeep headquarters. So find your best deal on Brenner's elite lineup of new Chrysler and Jeep vehicles, which include exceptional performance, quality, and safety features. And Brenner has the big selection, big savings, and better service that only comes from your Chrysler Jeep headquarters. Plus a huge variety of certified pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Take the short drive to Brenner Chrysler Jeep on the Carlisle Pike Mechanicsburg. Bigger, better, Brenner.
We continue live here on ABC 27 with the Mid-Penn Boys Conference Championships. Harrisburg up 77-56. The bow tie has gotten so much reaction this year. I mean, because you've been very consistent with it, and I think you've looked very dapper, by the way.
Well, you know, Greg, coming from you, I really appreciate that. It was my wife's choice a long time ago, so I stayed with it. But, you know, more than just bow ties tonight, the Cougars come into this game and show what they're made of. I think they're destined to look at that District 3 gold. And, you know, the #1 seed, Susquehanna Township, they got a war tonight. But, you know, when they leave here, they can't let their heads go down because they got bigger fish to fry.
And they will start that next week in the district championships. Todd McCall on the sidelines.
Look for Harrisburg to take a little air out of the basketball maybe here and just try to pull Susquehanna back out. Susquehanna in a zone down by 21 points. It's an interesting strategy. Then it got it. Ooh, it almost got a steal. Okay, trapping out of the zone, not a bad idea.
Yeah, nice move by Shepard.
Good pass by Stoney.
Now, one of the questions I have now is how long do you keep your starters in when you're both clubs? You know, the game is getting a little bit out of hand now. You don't want to get anybody stepping on somebody's ankle. You know, you kind of wonder when they might start clearing the benches here.
Well, it's Mid-Penn tournament. They're still looking to win this game. I don't blame them.
Here's Mack. Both teams still going at it hard. The lead now at 23. That's a good point, Ty. At what point do you start saying, all right, listen, we got a lot of basketball ahead here?
This is probably not popular with viewers, but honestly, I'm looking at this point in time, I'm trying to win a district gold medal. I know I had 3 runner-ups as a coach, and I might start pulling guys just because, you know, I'm gearing to something bigger now. You know, it just wasn't our night.
Right. And again, both these teams are playing in different brackets. Harrisburg in Quad A and Susquehanna Township in Triple A. Brackets are according to your school size, but we can also, you know, you got sometimes a Hoosiers type story in this Mid-Penn tournament. But you got the top team in Quad, top team in Triple playing here for the conference championship. Coming up on the midway point of the fourth quarter. Rebound to Turner. Milbury. That's stripped away. Who's got the basketball? Page, a nice dish inside to Quentin Ward. 4th point for Ward. I like the way Shepard's played inside tonight.
He just takes up a lot of space. I mean, I'm telling you, a lot of space.
Well, Ward had it put right back by Steve Stoney.
There's some banging going on. Todd, you were right next to the action.
Yeah, couple words. No love lost is the only thing I can tell you. They're still going very hard. This is a rivalry that never got, as you said, maybe 79. This tonight had the intensity of that. Like, we need to see this again.
Well, we won't see it again this year because of the classifications.
Well, obviously, but
it'd be nice to see these teams schedule themselves out of conference next year.
And it's sort of a backyard rivalry. I mean, a lot of these kids, they play together and they've known each other for a long time. I mean, I know you naturally look at things like, Cumberland Valley, Mechanicsburg, and stuff like that. All right, here's the ovation.
That's our Huffman Ford player of the game. Cooksey Easter scored 25 points to this point.
And there he is. You will be hearing from him in our post game. 5th point for Quentin Ward, who came off the bench to replace Joe Marshall, and now with 3:33 left. Harrisburg will start to make some substitutions. Shepard got it back inside, and Dom Lewis and the foul.
Dom Lewis might be one of the most intense guys on the Harrisburg Cougars. Everybody's intense, because when you play for Coach Smallwood, he used to come and speak to our camps, to our little guys when I was still coaching. And he talks about intensity. You can't play for Coach Smallwood if you don't have heart and intensity.
Hey, little Charlie, what do you think of the game so far? Pretty good? What do you think?
I think it was a good game, and they did really good defense. But I thought the red team was going to win because last night they beat Steel High.
That's right.
By 1 point.
Yeah.
Wow, that's spoken like a true basketball enthusiast there.
That was, hey, a nice move inside. Dom Lewis.
He kind of thought, watching Susquehanna play against Steel High the other night, he said, Dad, the red team's going to win. And he sees how much ability Susquehanna Township has. He's definitely a believer in their team.
There's Turner from the outside. But he knows his dad played for Steel High, right?
Yeah, Steel High.
Okay.
Yeah, we had some battles with Harrisburg.
That's Shepard. He's got 13. There's Milbury.
As crazy as this might sound, Harrisburg might put 90 up on that board. Unbelievable.
Well, it's 2:13 left. There's 13 points to get 100. That's even possible at this point.
I have to check because I know Shaquan Shepard was nearing the 1,000-point mark as well.
Right. He was very close at Susquehanna. I didn't have his numbers, but I'm telling you, he couldn't have been coming into even tonight. He couldn't be but less than 40 off. I didn't have those stats either, but I know at Susquehanna he had 2 really, really good years back to back.
Player of the game, Hoffman Ford player of the game coming up, and we already know who that will be. Ashton Cooksey Easter. Charlie is consulting with Patriot News Penn Live's Mike Bullock and Jeff Morrow to check on that point total.
We are checking right now.
I have him at 27 at this point right now. He was nearing 30.
Shepard needs 8 points for 1,000. He's not going to get it. The bench has been emptied from Harrisburg.
Kyle Cook into the game now. It's number 12. Underneath. Dom Lewis got 8. Everybody just looking for some points now. Rebound to Rawls. Williams. Lewis got the rebound and a foul.
Dejor Williams, the sophomore, in too. One of the things when you look at this minute 36, you might be able to deepen your bench a little bit. You might find a guy who knocks down a few, gets comfortable. You might need people. I can remember many times in the playoffs we foul out a couple guys. You get deep in that bench, and you go, man, I needed these guys earlier in the season.
Dom Lewis, solid 9 points tonight. 90 for Harrisburg. Donald Rawls taking a seat. Keon Jackson Jr. will come in. Everybody will get a chance to play here in the Mid-Penn Conference Finals.
Yeah, Coach Rogers throws in the towel too, just does the right thing. Giving these kids a chance to play in a championship game. They'll always remember it being on the court.
Now they're counting up to make sure they got enough players. There are 5 in the red and 5 in the white. According to the basketball rules, that is the correct number. Minute 30 left. And we'll jump it up. Aiden Powers, number 12 into the game, as is J.R. Edwards.
His knee buckled on that play.
Oh, man, I feel bad for Aiden. I know him really well. He's a great kid. It looked bad when I saw him, but he's up, hopping around on it. So that's great to see Aiden Powers, the Irishman, up.
Shepard's in the game. Maybe they're thinking if he can get a couple more baskets, he can get some 1,000 points here maybe. But I don't know. It would take 4 baskets in a minute. Looks like they're looking at trying to feed the big guy, though.
Whistle and a foul. Jim, they've taken 78 free throws? Look at it. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, 78%. I'm sorry. I was going to say.
32 for 78.
30, no.
Greg, it's been a long night.
Yeah, I was
for all
about
of
to
us.
say, I didn't think they took 78
It's
free
been a
throws.
long
Wait a minute.
night.
Let's see. I'm still not interpreting that correctly. It has been a long night.
Cougars brought great fan support tonight. We talked about the Susquehanna crowd earlier, but man, the Cougars really had some great
field goals. They've
support
taken
behind the bench.
They've taken 78 shots from the field. I was going to say.
Hey, Greg, get some coffee. Hey, I'm going to buy you some coffee at Dunkin' Donuts.
Wait until we do 8 games in 3 days. 32 of 78 from the field.
I can't wait till we do that many games. I can't wait.
The last time I did that many games, I did the Nebraska State High School Basketball Championships on KHAS Radio in Hastings, Nebraska. Aiden Powers.
Greg, my question is, what are you going to title your book when you're done? What are you going to title it?
My Life with Todd McCall.
Actually, we got to give this young man credit. That was J.R. Edwards on the last three-point shot. He wants to hear his name on TV.
Sorry. There you go, J.R. Edwards.
I wouldn't correct you, but
no, that's good. I'm glad you did.
This kid's grandma at home probably she's watching the broadcast.
Thank you.
She wants to hear her grandson's name.
All right, we'll call Lawrence Holly's name out, who's a 6'2 junior.
Nice-looking athlete.
Lawrence actually lives in the neighborhood I live in, and this kid always has the basketball on the right side. Wintertime, he's shoveling the driveway. Hard-working kid, a very nice, solid kid. And my hat's off to the Susquehanna community and the Harrisburg community, but I thought they had kids that played with class tonight, both groups.
Final moments of the Mid-Penn Conference Championship, and Harrisburg is going to take home their 2nd title.
And I know this isn't any consolation, but you know, Susquehanna had plenty of moments where they could have cut it into under 10, but it's just you can't practice against this kind of style. But you could definitely see with some time, some practice against this pressure, they need more games like this. You know, they could compete with this Harrisburg team, but Harrisburg team from top to bottom stacked, number 3 team in the state, behind Chester and oh Lord, what's the other top dog there? You know, there's some powerhouses in the state. Lower Marion, I believe. Oh, Kobe Bryant's.
Yep.
Oh, Lower Marion.
Lower Marion.
Kenyon Jackson. Well, a very impressive performance from this Harrisburg High team. There's Edwards again. Nice finish for him. Great game for Harrisburg. They are the Mid-Penn Commonwealth champions.
Coach Smallwood telling his guys to line up, stop celebrating, just trying to keep a class act here going through the line.
And a lot more ahead for both these teams. We'll be back with a medal ceremony. Harrisburg wins their second Mid-Penn Commonwealth Mid-Penn Conference Championship, 93-73. You're watching High School Sports Live on ABC 27, presented by PHFA.
You don't think about physical therapy until you need it. When an injury occurs, think Select Physical Therapy. Select leads the way in providing patients with clinical expertise using the latest medical research and techniques. Our team provides physical and hand therapy, pre- and post-surgery, work injury rehabilitation, and much more. With several locations in the Harrisburg area, let Select return you to activity at home, work, or play. Select Physical Therapy. Recovery starts here.
Hey folks, I've never met anyone who didn't love a bargain. At Ollie's Bargain Outlet, you'll find brand name merchandise at up to 70% off the fancy store prices. We scour the world to find closeouts, package changes, overruns, bargains on Mattel, Black & Decker, Ortho, Mohawk, Bissell, Random House, and more.
New bargains arrive daily, but when they're gone, they're gone. Visit ollies.us for a store near you. Ollie's.
Good stuff, cheap!
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
Max Saver here at Carnes Foods, where you'll always find a ton of great deals from groceries to meat department.
Tired of winter's chill? Come to Carnes for everything you need to cook up meals that are warm and delicious. Plus, this week Carnes is heating things up with exceptional buys, like fresh boneless, skinless chicken breast, only $1.79 a pound. Carnes fresh pork link sausage, just $1.99 a pound. And lean pork butt roast, only $1.49 a pound.
Carnes, over 3,000 items on sale every day in every store.
Number 2, Jordan Milbury.
Coach Vince Rogers now awarding the runner-up medals to his Susquehanna Township Indians, who gave it a valiant effort tonight.
Number 11, J.R.
And a great learning experience for them playing Quad A Power Harrisburg.
Number 25,
they will now move on to the AAA District Playoffs. Coming up starting next week, they are the #1 seed in Quad A. In a AAA, I should say. They will play the winner of the Mannheim Central Wild Missing game.
And number 32, Lawrence Holly.
Well, we were talking about what are the top Quad A teams, and they are in order: Newcastle, Great Valley, Lower Merion, Martin Luther King, J.P. McCaskey, York, and then Harrisburg. So this could be quite a battle for the district championship, which you're going to see also live here on ABC 27.2. And here coming up, we're going to listen in and listen in for all the Harrisburg guys as they get their medals. First time they have won since they won the first championship of Mid-Penn back in 2005, have not won since then. Unbeaten in league play at 14-0, and they are the Mid-Penn Conference champions.
Well, Susquehanna, there's a lot of teams sitting at home, and they're here. Runner-up Mid-Penn tournament champions, nothing to hold their hat about.
Your Mid-Penn Conference boys champions, Harrisburg High School.
And we'll take a listen to each of these young men's names are called as Kirk Smallwood gives them the medal.
Ashton Cooksey Easter.
That's our Huffman Ford player of the game.
25 points.
Number 1, Jamal Carter. Number 2, Donald Rawls. Number 3, Jarrell Patterson. Number 4, Stephen Stoney. Number 5, Dominique Lewis. Number 11, DeFuar Williams.
That's Dejor Williams.
Number 12, Kyle Cook. Number 13, Jahad Proctor. Number 15, Shaquan Williams.
That's Shaquan Shepard.
That should have been number 15, Shaquan Shepard. Number 21, Keon Jackson.
Charlie, you got it right.
And number 33,
Well,
Chris
when you know all
Britton.
the kids, it helps.
There we go.
I just don't want to play one-on-one with any of these guys. I don't have the wheels anymore.
Coaches, Kirk Smallwood. Wes Bear.
There's the defensive machine.
Don Ross.
Big Don
and
Ross.
Joe Proctor.
This coaching staff's been with Coach
A
Smallwood
big round of applause
for a long
your
time. They've been faithful.
2013.
And we're going to keep it right here. As soon as they take the picture, we'll go right over to Todd McCall and have him talk to our player of the game. And Todd will get you in place and get you ready, and we'll go right to our interview here. Great picture there of the champs. Kirk Smallwood gets in the picture. 93-73 is our final score. Well, a great group of young men, great basketball team.
Well, and this is not the end of their road. This is not near the goals that they have for them. They kind of see the Mid-Penn tournament as a warm-up for the district playoffs and even the state playoffs. And this Harrisburg team could contend for the whole thing. And naturally, there's the Chesters of the world out there and Lower Marions that you got to go through. But they're definitely looking at going after a district title and competing for a state.
And there are the Cougars all together at center court. And we're going to be talking to Kirk Smallwood here in just a moment. And we'll get our player of the game down there as well. Well, a reminder, we have the district basketball championships coming up. In just a couple of weeks, we'll be at Giant Center on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday with 8 straight games. Start at 4:30 both on Thursday and Friday, and then we'll be on the air at 11 a.m. March the 2nd from Giant Center, and that should be a great weekend of high school basketball. We're going to bring it all to you live right here on ABC 27.2. Reminder, we'll have highlights of both these games and more post-game reaction coming up tonight on ABC 27 News at 11.
Well, Coach Smallwood, he's had some tough breaks in this tournament with some pretty good ball clubs. Cedar Cliff the one year had a really good club. Lost a tough one over there at Cumberland Valley. Naturally, he's glad to get this one, give him some momentum going into the playoffs.
All right. We're Ashton Cooksey Easter being escorted over to our player of the game banner. Going to join Todd McCall courtside. And a great game for that young man. He had 25 points, and we go over to Todd McCall. Todd?
Thank you, guys. I'm here with the Hoffman Ford player of the game, Ashton Cooksey Easter. You had 25 tonight. 5'11". I've always said it's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the fight in the dog. Can you talk a little bit about what you and your teammates was able to do here tonight in this Mid-Penn Championship?
Well, me and my team, we worked hard all week. We was ready for this. Smalls told us to prepare right. We prepared right. We came out ready to play. And we wanted it. We just wanted it. We got on the court, played 32 minutes of hard Harrisburg Cougar basketball, came out here and got it. just how we wanted it.
Well, you guys are really peaking, obviously, at the right time, if you want to call it that. You've been playing at a fast pace all year, but I got to ask you a question. It just, tonight, Coach has always scheduled some tougher opponents, big-time opponents, and you guys going out there and beating them. He calls it picking a fight. Are you ready to make that challenge now into those district and state runs?
Most definitely. We've been preparing all year for this. This is what we want. We want the big fights. We want the big teams. We want the best. We ready.
I want to ask you one thing. When you come to the gym the next time and you got the headphones on, what's the song you playing?
Oh,
Did I ask you too fast?
Probably listen to some Chief Keef, La Sosa.
Oh, okay, well, you might have to burn that one over and send that to me through email. I don't got that one. But he's a Hoffman Ford player of the game. Ashton cooks the Easters. Okay, man? Great job. Coach, we just talked about you put 91 up tonight. You put 105 up the other night. And your team just plays at a quick pace and a hard pace. Talk a little bit about what you saw tonight.
Well, coming into the season, Coach, we allowed our kids to play a little faster. Last year with McIntyre, you know, he was a first team All-Stater. We tried to concentrate on making sure he got the kind of looks he needs for us to succeed as a team. This year, we're more of a collective. We got some good parts, and everybody gets the ball, and we just want to play fast and take good shots.
Coach, one of the things, it just seems like your team's playing with a little bit of chip on their shoulder from last year. You know, I know what it is like to go in those goal chases. It just seems like right now there is a focus to say, no, we ain't coming home with anything less.
Well, you know, this club got a lot of determination, a lot of fight in them. Last year, we kind of thought we could have went a lot further, and then unfortunately McIntyre got hurt. This year, you know, this is the second phase of our season. We finished the regular season undefeated, and we won the Mid-Penn tournament. Now we can move on to bigger and better things, districts and states.
Coach, it is Valentine's Day, and I know I was coaching. Do you have any shout-outs to get? Because, you know, I know you're coming home late tonight. You got a Valentine's shout-out, Coach?
Yeah, I want to shout out to my family, man. I lost an aunt, and, you know, my family's, their hearts are heavy right now. And, you know, without them and their strength and their belief in me, you know, I wouldn't even be here. So I'd like to shout out to my family, and we're going to get through it.
Coach, we're praying for you, man, and we hope for the best in the districts. Thank you. Kirk Smallwood, I tell you what, there's just not a finer man and a mentor to me through the years as well. John, Charlie, I think it sums it up what they did here tonight.
All right, Todd, thanks. Charlie, Todd, and I will be back with some final thoughts. It's our Carnes post-game show up next here on ABC 27.
Groff Tractor and Equipment is PA's full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction along with other leading manufacturers. Groff Tractor celebrates its 55th year in business, serving the total sales, rental parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish, featuring the latest parts and equipment from Case Construction and more. Groff also offers 24/7 job site support. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
Brenner Chrysler Jeep is Central PA's Chrysler Jeep headquarters. So find your best deal on Brenner's elite lineup of new Chrysler and Jeep vehicles, which include exceptional performance, quality, and safety features. And Brenner has the big selection, big savings, and better service that only comes from your Chrysler Jeep headquarters. Plus a huge variety of certified pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Take the short drive to Brenner Chrysler Jeep on the Carlisle Pike Mechanicsburg. Bigger, better, Brenner.
Now.
That's how the night's been.
Exactly. All right. The Palmyra girls win the girls championship. The Harrisburg boys win the boys championship. It was a great night of basketball, I thought.
I'm dizzy. I'm done. Todd?
Well, you know, at one point, I was so hyper, I think my blood pressure was up like I was coaching. Actually, you know, Greg, I think I looked at you, you looked at me, and the pace of myself was out of control. Like, I thought I was actually playing. It's just a fine night. I am now a real big believer in the Mid-Penn Conference. You know, I don't care what anyone says at this point. I know I'm not coaching. It's probably not the most faithful thing to say right now, but after what I've seen, have viewed in the semifinals and now, Greg, I'd like to see it continue.
Yeah, I agree. Hats off to Fred Isopi and this entire Mid-Penn committee, George Null. They did a great job. And this, again, it's a two-day tournament. and I think it's very worthwhile for all these schools to get that experience going in. And based on the crowd here tonight, it was a great night.
Well, and again, there's no question now in the offseason or even during the season, well, what if Susquehanna would have played Harrisburg, and what if Palmyra would have played Cumberland Valley, or West Perry against Steel High? You know, those questions are over. The Mid-Penn tournament answers those questions. This tournament will grow on you. It grew on the LL League. It grew on the York League. They can't get rid of it, and I think that's where we're heading here with the Mid-Penn tournament. It's done very well. I do think it was a smart idea to go from 8 teams to 4. A little less stress on the teams going in, and you don't have the 8 seeds playing the 1s and really getting the blowouts. This makes a little more sense.
All right, good night of basketball. We have not finished for High School Sports Live. We've got our district championships coming up starting on February the 28th. We will have 3 full days of high school basketball from Giant Center. All 8 games. In the past, we've only done 2. Now we're going to do all 8 games starting Thursday at 4:30 p.m., and we hope you are with us then. All right, thanks to our entire crew, our Invicta Sports crew, led by Chad Edwards. Thanks for a great job and 2 great games here at Milton Hershey School. Also, hats off and thanks to Cliff Ainsworth. Great staff, great venue here at Milton Hershey and the Spartan Center. And again, thanks to our entire Invicta Sports crew. Once again, our final scores tonight. In the girls' game, it was Palmyra over Cumberland Valley, 60-56. In the boys' game, Harrisburg wins their 2nd Mid-Penn Conference Championship as they beat Susquehanna Township 93-73. For our statistician Jim Gallagher, Charlie Fortney, Todd McCall, Greg Mace saying goodnight from Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Hello, I'm Brian Hudson, Executive Director and CEO of the Pennsylvania Housing Finance